Iceland Reykjanes Peninsula is continuously active, although the numbers of the earthquakes in recent days have decreased. And if you're a robot and run by an AI, so a machine to make a content for you, you will miss all that activity that happened right in the 20th. And these clusters of the earthquakes happened between the release of the IMO report and the 2 hours later. And today also we have another cluster appearing. It all shows movement of the magma. We had the buildup of stress moving from the Svartsengi based on the GPS data slightly toward the west, toward the Eldwarp, where we had the previous eruptions in the past. And now it seems this buildup of stress is increased there. The risk assessment for the whole peninsula is now, according to the IMO, Icelandic Meteorological Office, it extended toward the Vogar, and it may in future also develop further. The decrease in the seismic activity is compensated by the recent activity just yesterday after the release of the report by Icelandic Meteorological Office. Again, if you're producing a content by an AI and a geologist is not aware of this, it is not a geologist behind the mind of a geologist behind this report, nothing of this will be recorded. Of course, I'm a geologist here and I've explained it to you. So the Landrise is continuing. The number of the earthquakes is gradually since yesterday have increased also. So that is the update I put on the top of the Icelandic Meteorological Office update, and the seismic activity may point to another eruption. I have that video at the end here. Reykjanes Peninsula in Iceland is volcanically active, and we had several eruptions over the past years there. And as you can see here, we had the earthquakes. Every dot shows an earthquake, and today we had a cluster of the earthquakes close to the Svartsengi. These are the exact areas. You can see the depth of them, and this is also the magnitude of them, all below 1. The depth is varying between 5 to 1 kilometer. This can be related to an event, a magmatic event, and this is the cluster of the earthquakes I was talking about. Interesting enough, just in the past few days, we had the shifting of the magmatic stress in the Reykjanes Peninsula from the Svartsengi toward the Eldwarp. This is the area to the west side, and it has a volcanic system of its own also. So these earthquakes may have caused by the movement of the magma, also at the same time facilitating its movement. Shaking of the magma creates the magma is a non-Newtonian fluid, so when it shakes like ketchup, it can flow. So the movement creates these earthquakes. At the same time, it facilitates this migration. So we have the GPS data showing that we have a steeper rise in the GPS. That's a height bulging of the ground due to the magma in the Eldwarp. On the ground, what we are seeing is that steam is rising at the moment, a little bit less than usual from the Svartsengi. We have no view of the Eldwarp area, but the magma is accumulating there. We have to wait and see what will happen next.